Good morning, SMF, MMTs. Happy Thanksgiving Day, and to all the people out there, we wish that your day is good. So, one of the things we're going to talk about this morning is this Dow Jones Industrial Average chart. And basically, it's a monthly chart. And basically, there are monthly moving averages for standard technical analysis. For that's what the majority of the public people only know and learn is standard technical analysis. Where the SMF MMT, on the other hand, well, they're more of a mathematical technical analysis, like this Google chart right here. And this here is a 3-minute chart on Google, and we're going to come back to that. Ours is quite different than when public interaction and or the same kind of things that have been showing out here. The public will make decisions based on what you see here. And what our SMF platform is famous for is dissecting the price action between the buyer and the seller. And it's a lot of fun because the thing about it is we know exactly when those prices are going to be made. We know exactly when those prices are going to fall. We know exactly what side of the tape. That means where the SMF debits, profits are printing. And that markets are manipulative, or a lot of manipulation, lots of gimmicks, lots of crooks involved in the market. One thing we're going to point out, though, here is that we got a monthly buy signal right here, and we still have that monthly crossover on that RSI. And one of the things that we understand about this one here is that in our system, when we look at it, we understand exactly where the markets are. This is just a standard chart, but once again, it's the Dow Jones, and it's got a monthly buy signal because it does. And that up over here in 2008, which this is where back then those were good times because for us we were shorting the market when people were riding that market down from that top to that bottom right here. And at the end of '07, that was a very wonderful Thanksgiving that year, just like this one is. This is 2010. One of the things that we really enjoyed was how to sell short indexes and how rich you can get when they go that way. But not only that, buying at the bottom, boy, that was going in before the spring. And SMF was right there. We put that high in right here, which was on 4/1 when we called the market top. And we basically came down and put in a monthly double bottom here where that monthly buy was outstripping half of the previous SMF monthly price action bar. We were short at that period. The flash crash happened in here. So what I want people to know on this Thanksgiving Day is that it is a good day. And here's why. Because one of two things are going to happen. This bar right here, this monthly SMF price action bar was on 9/1 of 2008. And when it started, this is the last part of that 1, 2, 3, 4 consolidated here, then 5, 6-month count. Once that 6 count got out of the way, we were putting in those bottoms. But this particular bar, I'm going to draw a trend line for my MMTs. There it is right there. And it's just a rough number, but we'll use our SMF platform to get the right on numbers. Okay, so this bar right here, which I'm going to put a check mark on, is going to be a crucial area right now of getting above this bar, this X. That's this trend line right here. Oh, ironically, MMTs, it's acting as a pretty good resistance point right now. We would have to have a close like this. Here, just look at the X. You need a candle, monthly price action, SMF monthly price action, and you need one right up here, and you need to consolidate above that line. Well, what that actually means is that there is an ascending monthly double right. I call it double right. This is to the right. That's when the markets go up. That's to the right. That's when the markets go up. To the left side, that's when they retrace and go down in value, and understanding that the most wonderful thing is about that price action, and that's a wonderful thing for an SMF MMT, because they get to make money in the directional price movement using various different risk management techniques at their finest, right there in that price action. So basically, until that happens, that means that this market's got some overhead resistance, and generally on this right, left, right elbow, ascending elbow, there it is. That's the SMF ascending elbow, right side elbow at resistance. And until I close above half of this price action bar, I'm not going to get a lot more out of the index. It's going to take the year-end performance by asset managers, mutual fund managers, hedge fund managers, and the broader part of the Wall Street public tape to push that through here. And this is seasonality, the time of year where the same type of buying patterns and selling patterns repeat themselves. One thing that we'll be looking at on this wonderful Thanksgiving Day and moving forward is what kind of momentum is that monthly buy signal going to bring. I can tell you that it's called a MACD, moving average convergence divergence. That's as far as I'm going to go, because I don't have time to sit there and talk about the full definitions. Go to stockmarketfunding.com, click on the public university that we have, and you can find out there. Or there's lots of videos. I can show all of my MMTs once again. When that monthly buy signal started, and it started to descend mathematically, and the more that it kept doing it until it got down here where you had to be buying. Okay, and MMTs are taught with their MMT platform, not this chart, not this, but this over here. They will be able to go into their MMT. They will be able to go and they will be able to create a chart right there. But basically, it's not just like a chart. What it is, it's a market maker platform. So let's say I want to click on the Dow here and create a chart. I can do it that way. The box pops up. I hit OK. Now, the difference between the standard chart MMTs, but you know so far right here what has to happen on the Dow. Now, over here on your MMT platform, when you start getting into the brain, you've already got all the prices made above the market. They're all right here. All MMTs know that this is an SMF market exchange in its own self. And not only that, it creates a market within the Wall Street tape. And it's all ratio adjusted when it's working. When the markets are open, it's working. And basically, when I'm going to go over here and I am going to click on a weekly chart on the same very Dow, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this over here in the video for the MMTs. Now, this is the MMTs platform versus a standard chart that I just did and showed you everything here. Well, after 30 years, I can do that here, but we built this over a 30-year period. And basically, I'm going to go click the B. I'm going to click the brain, the SMF Market Maker brain. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to Delta. I'm going to hit a line right here, say 30. Now, watch below here, all the lines. Watch the gauges. And let's see what happens. I'm going to hit 30. Now it's priced the market for me. It has priced every one of these lines here, which are weekly price actions. A single delta is 158.64 points on the Dow in movement in our SMF platform. It tells you right here. Actually, that's not a teeny. That would be on a 3-minute chart, so I don't want to confuse my new MMTs. That would be one delta, and one delta is 158.64 points for the weekly. And this calculates it before the market even opens up and will be 100% accurate. If we take a look, what's ironic is the actual closing price was 150 down here on the Dow on Friday, and the NASI was 48, and that's a NASI 100, NASDAQ 100, and the comp itself were flying high. Okay, so basically the S&P